Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, my name is Joel. I'm now a nurse graduate from Imperial Valley College and currently working in the ER as an RN. And for today's video, it's going to be more towards NCLEX tips during the examination. Now, first things off, I'm just going to describe to you the zone or kind of like the scenario of how my NCLEX was, my experience. And overall, it's pretty much like they check you pretty much everything. Like they don't take off your clothes or anything. That's all a myth. But they do check your glasses. You put them like in a little I guess like round thing, and they turn it around to see like there's like any cameras there or any notes in your glasses. They also if you have a jacket or something, like they make you put it in a locker, and you need to have 2 forms of ID. So I have my driver license and my passport and a mask because of COVID. Once you pass that first registration point, you go to the second. They pretty much check everything again. You make you turn around, and then they pat your sides and everything. You go in, and then once you go in, there's like 20 computers, at least for me, and then they all have like the divider thing so you don't see each other. You have some noise cancellation headphones, kind of like if like when you're in the airport and they have like those big headphones. You have that, you have a whiteboard, you have a marker, and you can raise your hand like if you need to go to the restroom or have a break or something. But then if you go out, they're going to have to do the process again of like them patting you and stuff. But that's pretty much it regarding that. My NCLEX experience, I was there probably like for 2.5 hours, probably 3 hours. I think my exam was like at 12 or like at 1 p.m. and that came off like almost like at 3:30, 4 almost. So overall, everything is so quiet. It looks like a library, and there's a lot of things that I had to do when taking the exam in order for me to calm down, in order for me to find like de-escalate the situations, because I passed the 75 questions, 85 questions, 95 questions. Like I got all the questions literally. So what are the key pointers that I found out and like the rumors that I've known so far? So the rumors that I'm going to start with is the number one. It's going to be that if you get select all the apply, that's a good thing. If you get multiple choice, you're normal. And if you get med math, that's kind of like in the red zone. Like they're trying to help you out. Now, is that true? Maybe yes, because the med math, I got it towards the end, like 120 questions. I got one med math, and then close to the end, I got another med math, but I ended up with select all the apply. So I felt like I was like a limbo, like I was going like up and down, like a roller coaster. When I was getting like select all the apply, select all the apply, select all the apply, and then multiple choice, I was like, oh dang it, because like I was in a good streak according to me, right? But that's from the rumors that I know from past semesters that they've told me, and from my friends that even took the exam. So that's one of the rumors that I've heard about. The other rumor is that, what was another one? That you can do the hack thing. After you take the exam 2 hours later, you can try to reapply to take the exam. So there's like a, I don't know if it was like the peer review one. I don't remember if that was it. But the place where you go and you pay for your NCLEX exam, that's like supposedly like a hack thing that 2 hours later, exactly 2 hours later, you can log in, put all your details, your school and everything, register for the NCLEX again, and then before you're gonna pay, you can change the last digits of your security code. So just put your 16 codes right, your expiration code right, and then when you're putting the last 3 digits of your security card, you change one of them. So if mine was 806, I would change it to like 816. And then if when you click enter, it tells you like, oh, wrong type of payment or wrong credit card details, try again. That's an indication that you more than likely failed the exam. But if you get a pop-up that says like, oh, it appears here that you already been scheduled for an NCLEX exam, something like that, that means that you are in the good spot. Like you more likely passed the exam. Is this accurate? Well, for all the friends that did it, they did have it right. They all got like it appears here that you already scheduled for an exam. So that was like a big relief for me, because when the 2 hours passed out, you can believe like I was there. And the first time I tried it, like it did say like, oh, please try again. And I was like, no. And then I tried refreshing it, and I tried to log in again, almost crying. And then I got like the good pop-up. So I was like, oh yes. So that made me calm down a lot. And if you're like an anxiety person, like you want to know, that would be a go-to to try it. There's also like a second method. The day after you take the NCLEX, you can pay like, I think it's like $7 or $8, and it's not even like a for sure thing. It's not an official thing, but it's like a website. I'm gonna try and have it here, where you can pay. Like, it's like $7 or $8, and they let you know if you more than likely pass the exam. But it's not like accurate enough. Like, you're paying, but it's not a for sure thing. So might as well just do like the 2 hour after the exam thing. And you can probably like search on Reddit, put like Reddit and NCLEX journey or NCLEX story or something like that, and they're gonna tell you like, oh, I got the good pop up, the bad pop up, and this is how it went. So if you also want to see like other people's stories, you can go ahead and see those. But yeah, overall, now these are the things that I did and my friends did, and then after the good pop up, we were relaxed, and then so once you take the exam 2 days later, if it's like a normal week, not on weekends, you would get like a notification on your email saying like, oh, we want to congratulate from the board of registered nurse from California to because you passed and everything, and then you appear in the Bureau of Nursing and stuff. So that's when I took my NCLEX August 10th, and then the August 12th, which was a Friday, that's when, before going to my shift at 7 a.m., that's when I got like the email of like the state and everything. So I was like official. But yeah, so regarding all that, all the things like the rumors, and then like my little journey there. Now I do want to go over some pointers that I do want to say to you as future people who are going to be taking the NCLEX. Just pointers. So number one is like, take your time. At least take 5 questions at a time. That should be your mentality. 5 questions at a time. If you really feel motivated, do 10 questions at a time. But just have the mentality like, I'm gonna give it my all in these 5 questions, and then once those 5 questions are up, do it again for the next 5, and go for it. That's one mentality I had. Once I passed the 75 mark, I was like, all right, we're probably gonna get at the 85. So these last 10, we're gonna finish strong. And then once I did the 85 and my exam didn't close, I'll be like, all right, this is gonna be it. Like the next 10 should be it. So I was trying to keep like that type of mentality, like these 10 are it. And then once I got there, it's like, no, okay, well, these 10 are it. And I would go, and then once I got like the 145 or 135 questions, I was like, dang, like I really need to finish it strong, because like we don't know now. So all that anxiety was building up. And it's really important for you to remember that like you are not playing a race with everybody there, because some people there were there at 10, some at 11, some at 12. So it's unfair for you to get anxious from all those people because they got in earlier than you. So it's like, or maybe their exam was closed earlier, but we don't know that, right? But you don't know the time when they sat down, because people, when you take the exam, like I can go and then I can be there 30 minutes, and then another person can come in, and so forth. So there's not a lot of people that take it all at once. Like at least for me, there was only like 3 people that took it with me, but in the room there was like 15 people that were taking it. So I don't know when they came in, but I do know like when you're scheduling for the NCLEX, you have like from 8 a.m. all the way to like 2 or 3 p.m., something like that. So don't be anxious from seeing those people getting up, because I did remember like me feeling anxious a little when I would see like people already walking out and everything. But first of all, like I don't know if it's because we're going for a break, and the second thing, because once you like raise your hand and they come to you, you don't even tell them anything, like they get you out. So it's not like you can really talk too much there. So just have the mentality they just go into the restroom and like or they got in like sooner than you, like 2 hours or something, and it's fine. But don't think too much about it, because that can really affect your mood towards answering the following questions. Another one is that taking deep breaths is huge. So after taking like the first 10 questions, take some deep breaths, just close your eyes for a little, and then go on again and do another for 10 questions, and then take your moment, because for some questions they're going to be really, really fast, like you're going to be able to answer it immediately, and then for other ones you're going to be more like like you're going to have to think about it more. But in the end, like you're not going to take too much time. Like I was like very surprised, like at the hour mark I was already like 80 questions in at the hour mark. So it's like, oh damn. But I was taking my moments, like 10, after doing 10 I would like close my eyes, take it like 3 deep breaths, and then open my eyes again and go for it again. So that was the mentality I had, and then I was pretty relaxed going through the exam, and that's better because whenever you're relaxed, you tend to work better, you tend to perform better. So have those deep breaths, all those breathing exercises, those good to learn your fundamentals, really good to apply. And then the other one is that the night before, I did actually study. I was studying like crazy, and it's a rule also, like, oh, the day before the exam, like, don't do anything, like, just relax and everything. But I couldn't relax because I knew deep inside of me that I didn't study as hard. I studied as hard for the like 3 weeks before my NCLEX, but it wasn't like a huge discipline that I had 2 months before. So I knew in my heart that we didn't really know a lot for the NCLEX. That's the mentality I had. Maybe it's something that we all have, but when you sit down and you study for 3 hours or 2 hours every single day for 2.5 months, you'll be like, okay, honestly, like, I've been studying a lot and I do know a lot of information, so I can chill. But for me, for some reason, I had this mentality like, no, like I really feel like I'm prepared for it, like, a lot. Like, the more I do, the less I feel knowledgeable about, which is counterproductive. So the day before, I remember I was walking around like in the hotel where I was staying at, which was like 7 minutes away from the NCLEX place, and I would just put on my headphones and I was just listening to Mark Clemec, and I was just walking, probably like for 2-3 hours. I was like that. Once it was getting like more like darker, it was around like 9 or 10 p.m. I got like some McDonald's, like I got like some chicken nuggets, something like that. I went back to my room. I was listening to Mark Clemec when I was in the restroom, and then when I came out, I was doing like more UWorld, like 5 at a time, and then doing like a little break, watching like some Netflix series like for 15 minutes, and then during those minutes were up, I will do again some questions, but also listen to the series I was watching, and then before going to sleep, turn off everything, and then just listen to Mark Clemec like for 30 minutes. Wake up like at 8. My exam, I think, was at 12 or 1. I'm not sure, but like for those, when I woke up, I put on my headphones and just listened to Mark Clemec, like, because I was still missing some videos, like from listening. I think there was like 12, and then I went over like 9 or 10 at the end. But in the day before the NCLEX and the day of the NCLEX, I went over like 2 or 3. So I was still missing like 3 before taking my NCLEX, but I was like, it's fine. And just trying to see like if something was useful from there. But yeah, at the end, you're never gonna feel prepared, and I did study like that the day before. Did I recommend it? Only if you felt like me. Like, if you, in your UWorld, it said like you have a really high chance of passing, you've been taking all these assessments for the NCLEX, and it says like you're good, I would just be like confident that should be good. But for me, I was all right. I was not like, oh, you're exceeding expectations, but I was not like either like, oh, we don't think you're not gonna pass either. So it's kind of like in the middle. But being in the middle, like, it's uncomfortable because you're like, you don't know where you lie. So yeah, those are the things that you should really worry about, and just know that we all been there. So if you're going to be taking the NCLEX and you're going to be taking like in 2 to 3 months, and you feel all that anxiety and all that pressure, like, just know that we all felt like that. I really doubt there was a person that went in and it's like, I'm gonna pass this thing like first try, no problem, 75 questions, let's go. Like, maybe there's a few, but the big majority were all like super quiet. We're like crying inside, and every question that we go through, whenever we see like a mid-math or multiple choice, it's like, oh dang, like, why isn't it say like all the apply? What did I miss? But yeah, you're never gonna feel prepared. So if you already have a date and you have studied for a month and a half or so, don't try and change the date. You're just gonna be prolonging it pretty much. It's gonna be counterproductive. And yeah, but just have the mentality that we all been through there. We've all been through that. And I remember like the day before, some friends from work were messaging me, like, oh, good luck, Coyle, and everything. Like, hope you pass and just feel relaxed. Like, they were like giving like motivational talks there, and that was pretty nice. But even the day of the NCLEX, like a few hours before. But yeah, and if prayer is the thing that you do, pray the day before, the day of, before going in, before you walk out of your car to the building that you're going to be taking the exam. So just have that relaxedness. I don't know if that's a word, but just like be yourself, be normal, just know yourself, know how you act on multiple choice and on tests and everything. Just know that it's just another exam and it's hopefully the last one, and you should go from there. But me having the mentality of like, everybody's been through this, we've all been there, has always gave me a lot of courage to go on, because it's just like, it's the same thing. Like, it's the same process that we all go through. So yeah, that's pretty much it. That's one of the big things I wanted to highlight. So just giving a little bit of my journey, the rumors, and the tips that I have for the NCLEX. Because overall, I do know that if I didn't do like the deep breathing and taking my time and everything after 10 questions, like I would have probably been like more anxious, and I could have probably responded some questions incorrectly that could have, like at the end, made me not pass the NCLEX. So yeah, that's pretty much it. And if you already passed the NCLEX, good job. But for the people who are about to take it, just try and do your best. Honestly, that's all we can do at the end. All right, so yeah, that's pretty much it. I really hope you guys found this video useful. If you guys haven't followed me here on Instagram, please do so. I think I got one message from a person last week, so that was cool. Thank you for that. And yeah, that's pretty much it. So if you guys stood here until the end of this video, thank you so much guys for watching, and I'll see you guys into the next video. Bye bye.